Good morning. Hello, Virgie. Hop in there and be so awesome. How are you this morning? Good morning, Rachel. Hope everyone is doing well. It's been a beautiful day over here so far. I've just been sitting here waiting to start this live. I'm listening to music. It's been pleasant. Anyway, so guess we'll just hop right into things. Good morning, the Good Friend family. Hello, Linda. How's everyone doing? So this week, kind of along the lines of last week, what I really worked on was getting the Darcy Deer crochet along recorded, which is like kind of a behemoth. Probably this will be the biggest crochet along that I've done so far. So this is the finished deer that we made. So I was able to get all of it recorded, edited, not even close yet. But now I have 2 deer, which is kind of fun. So yeah, this was my week mostly, was this working on this right here. I'm trying to think if there's anything exciting to say about the crochet along. Other than, I mean, I've gotten it, been working on it obviously super early for July. So it should definitely be ready July 1st unless something crazy happens. And yeah, like everything's good, I think. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Emily. Hello, Kimberly. Yeah, so the other thing I did work on this week is I updated the baby monkey lovey pattern so that it matches the baby monkey, which the baby monkey pattern came out yesterday. So you guys can find that now on my website and also on Patreon. If you're a member there, you want to go ahead and download this pattern. So yeah, been working on getting this one finished up. Last week in the live chat when we were doing the Q&A, I think Golden was commenting saying like, when is this going to be done? It's like, okay, I will work on it. So I ended up having to tear it out, take off all the pieces. I had to make new ears. I had to change it, but I'm happier with the outcome. So it's all good, right? Good morning, Denisha. So yeah, so this pattern came out yesterday. This pattern will probably be coming out in June with the sloth pattern. So these are the ones that I've got to get tested this month, the large sloth and the baby monkey lovey. And basically there's been a lot of taupe used, like this brown color. I mean, between these monkeys, this sloth, and this deer, pretty much like the world has been it's been taupe. Yeah. But taupe is one of the colors I kind of try and keep in my stash. So it's all right. I haven't been running out. I still have, I think, a ball and a half left. So I might need to switch to something a little more colorful than brown for the next little while because I'm a little tired of it. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been, I don't know, it's been enjoyable to make the animals. You guys know, I love them. Susan says the monkeys are so cute. I'm so glad. Good morning, Carol. Denise also likes them. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys like them. It makes me happy. Makes me happy to know that that they don't just bring me joy, but they also bring you guys joy. I think it's a good thing. So these have kind of been what's been on my plate lately. Kind of more business administration sort of stuff this week. Working on getting like the pattern for this one typed up, finishing typing up the pattern for this one so it can be sent out to testers. It's not as exciting. There's not as much to show, but this is what I've been working on. Let me set these guys down really quick. Actually, I'm going to pull up the koala because we're going to talk about him next. All right. Let's see. Rachel asks, did I decide on a name for the sloth? I haven't yet. I still need to go through and look at all of the name suggestions. I was really liking Sophia. I thought that was cute. Or Sophie. Let's see. Linda says, the only pure white I can find is Bernat Baby Blanket. Is this the same? Yes. I think if you feel the different, like the texture between a Bernat blanket and a Bernat Baby Blanket, I think Baby Blanket is slightly softer, but when you're crocheting with it, it's going to like work up the same. So yeah, that they only have pure white, as far as I know, this kind of color, in Bernat Baby Blanket. So yes. Let's see. Susan says, all your creations are adorable. They bring a smile to my face. Thank you. Carol says, my niece would have a fit over the sloth. That's awesome. The good friends say they look so cuddly. Thank you. They are. The good friends are my friends from back in Missouri, and they have a couple of my, I don't know if you call them, I don't know. They have some of my stuffed animals, and so they know. They get to hold and snuggle them. They're very cuddly. Anyway, so I pulled the koala out to talk about. Oh yes, the donations that we through the pattern sales we're able to donate to WIRES, the Australian Wildlife Rescue Center. And so this was the last month. We did 3 months, February, March, and April, of donating all of the pattern sales, all of the proceeds from the pattern sales to WIRES. And so now I can't remember numbers as I'm trying to think about it. But this last month, the month of April, we made $175 on the Samuel Lewis koala pattern that will be donated to WIRES. So I'm sorry to say I can't remember off the top of my head how much the first month was and how much the second month was, like exact numbers. I think the first month was like 616. The second one was 221 maybe. Yeah, that sounds right actually. I think it was. And then this month is 175. So if someone can do math, because I can't, I'm totally going to just type it into my calculator right here. And then I can tell you the total because otherwise. So 616 plus 221 plus 175 equals $1,012. Yeah! Way to go, everyone. You guys are amazing. That makes me really happy. So because yesterday was the very first day of the month, I haven't actually gone through and like done the money yet and whatnot and been able to donate the last $175. But so far I have done, in the month of February, or at the end of the month of February, I did the 616. At the end of March, I did the 221. So I'll go ahead and do the 175 here probably on Monday. Let's be honest. So the weekend's going to be crazy busy. But yeah, that is so exciting. Thank you all so much for buying this pattern. I mean, there were people who just went and bought like 8 of them and, used them in giveaways or gifted them to people. I just really want to say thank you for doing that, for helping me, I guess, for all of us to be able to together benefit an organization and like help where help was needed. So I just think it's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, people in the comments saying like, yay. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Susan says, how do you decide on where the whites of the eyes go on each pattern? So happy for you raising over $1,000. That's great work. So you're asking like the highlights in the eyes, I assume? I place the highlights. I mean, I put them in, I make the eye, I put in the highlight, and then I just place the eye. I like to have them more even. If you look at like the koala right now, like this one, the highlights are up here, and this one, they're down on the side. That's not usually how I like to do it. I must have not been like being as fastidious. I usually like to have them like here on the baby monkey, how they're pretty even, like they're right here on this side and they're mirrored almost exactly on the other side. Yeah, that's how I like to do it. Yeah. All right. Connie says, hope you're all well and safe. Yes, indeed. Hope everyone is staying well and safe at this time. I'm trying to think if there's any other things I needed to talk about. The Samuel Lewis koala is a big one. That's pretty exciting. Putting out the monkey. I honestly don't know that there is. This could be a really short vlog today, because I don't know if there's anything else I need to talk about. I guess, do you guys have any questions for me? I don't know, anything that we need to bring up? I feel like my brain is moving really slow, and I just don't know if there's anything I need to talk about, or if we should just call it a day at a really short vlog, and that's fine. Let's see. Connie Groves asked, would the patterns work in DK yarn? Yes. Connie, I would say all of the patterns that like don't have fleece would work just fine in DK yarn. They're going to be a lot smaller. Like I made the chubby panda, which is right here. I made this one in DK, and it was like that big when I was done. It was very little. So yes, they can. If you're going to make a pattern that has fleece in it, you just need to, on my website under frequently asked questions, one of the questions is like, can I remove fleece from a pattern? There's a link on that. If you click there, just follow the instructions for like how to replace the fleece, and that will help you to be able to follow that. My other recommendation, if you're going to use DK, is on the eyes, use safety eyes. That would be my fault. Cynthia says Christmas in July. I talked about this just at the beginning because I was been working on the deer for Christmas in July. So I recorded all of the footage for that. I just haven't edited it yet. It takes a while, but I got it edited. Or I got it recorded. I can't talk. So I'm very happy about that. Alessandra says, not sure if there's ever been asked, but do you have a favorite pattern? Do I have a favorite pattern? That's a good question. When I was just remaking the deer for Christmas in July, as I was making it, I was like, wow, I did a really good job on this. This is kind of complex, and I handled it pretty well. So I was, I don't know, kind of proud of that, because every time I try and do the back where you make a spine and then you like work around, you have to deal with like shifting, like the rows twist, and it seems like it's even more so, it seems, I don't know, like on the back for whatever reason. So I guess whenever, I don't know if I do have like a favorite pattern, but when I have, I guess, achieved something that I thought was hard, it makes me really happy. And so currently I'm kind of happy with this deer. I hope that's a decent answer. Susan asks, have I I just saw Bernat Blanket yarn has a loop yarn. Have I used it? I have not. I've thought about it, but I haven't actually done it. My worry being that like the loops that are already in it, I'm afraid that if I tried to just like crochet normally, the loops would end up in weird places. And I think it's actually bulkier than super bulky. I could be wrong. I'd have to look again. Connie, yes, you can also make them in worsted. Yeah, I would follow the same I guess suggestions I gave for making it in DK. Rosalie asks, I'm new to the chat, where can I purchase a pattern to the monkey or the sloth? So the monkey, I think Cynthia, yep, Cynthia's got you right there. You can find it on oldsoulcrochetco.com. The sloth hasn't yet been tested, so it's going to be tested this month and it will be released in June. So yeah, I need to get that done. I would hate to put out a pattern that had a lot of flaws in it. It's like just even talking about it gives me a little bit of like, oh my gosh, anxiety to put out something that hadn't been tested. That'd be very challenging. All right. Rachel says she's currently cuddling with the fluffy panda she made with my design. Awesome. Deborah says, I'm so happy you'll be doing the deer. I've been procrastinating on that one, and the cow will be helpful. Well, good. Yeah, the deer is, I will say also when I was working through it, like I kind of had forgotten how intense the color changes are. Like the Darcy Deer Crochet Along is definitely not a beginner crochet along. This would be a like advanced beginner, maybe intermediate something. Like, yes, I'm there. I walk you through every step, but still it can be really kind of a lot when you're doing like all of the color changes that have to happen here in the head and then here in the neck, and the ears are kind of intense too. The body is only kind of intense because of the how it's all constructed. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a little bit more of an advanced one. It is a lot of fun though. And it's really exciting when you're all done with it. There we go. All right. Susan asks, are you ever looking or need testers? I think, Susan, I think I have had you test something before, and for some reason I forgot to add you to my testers group. Go ahead and send me an email. I'm going to add you today. Because I do need more testers. I need to add a couple more to my group, especially, and I'm going to throw this out there. If you love making loveys, I need, and you'd be interested in testing, I need people to test loveys. Of the people in my like testers group, most of them don't enjoy loveys that much. I have one person who pretty routinely is like, yeah, I will test the loveys. And it kind of seems like everyone else is like, I don't want to. So I need people to test loveys. So yes. Let's see. Connie says, I don't know how you think of all these amazing patterns. I'd love your knowledge. Oh, thanks, Connie. It is really fun. I don't like, I feel like for me, designing a pattern is something that like, it really just comes while I'm working on it. I have tried in the past to like write up a pattern, say like, oh, maybe if I took this piece of this pattern and this piece of that pattern and I kind of melded them together, I could come up with a new pattern. And I've tried just like writing it out and then crocheting it up, and I hate it every time. Like it just doesn't work for me. I have to crochet it, crochet a row, write it down, crochet a row, write it down, probably tear it out, try again. Like it's a very like moldable, malleable process. And you have to take good notes, because if you don't, you end up in a pickle. I was in a little bit of a pickle with a sloth for Leave It this week. I actually ended up having to remake like the face because I didn't take good enough notes and I had to start again. Yeah. Linda says, I finished Henry but realized I did the horns and feet in cream instead of tan. Almost done fixing. Oh, that is hard. I mean, it would still look good in cream if you wanted. Absolutely. Deborah says, I'll put the deer next to my tree with your ornaments this year. I love that. Yeah, I am excited for Christmas this year because I want to have a new a woodland ornament collection. So to have like those ornaments and my farmhouse Christmas ornaments and now my 2 deer, it's just gonna be, oh, it's gonna be so festive. I'm so excited. Thank you, Susan. That'll be great. Linda asks, have you thought about a raccoon? Yes, I have. I definitely plan on doing that. It's on my master list. I don't have it like written down as this is what I'm going to do this. Like I'm going to do the raccoon in this month. But it is on my master list. It's one I want to make. I'm looking forward to it. Ariana says, how do you get your stitches all even? I think that comes with practice. And honestly, I wouldn't say that my stitches are all even. I've noticed that if I'm crocheting quickly, they get a little looser. If I'm crocheting for a crochet along, they actually get a little tighter. They're certainly not perfect. It was kind of like an eye roll moment for myself when I was working on this crochet along, because when I do these crochet alongs, if there's things that like I've just, so for example, you have to make 2 front legs, 2 hind legs. So I don't record making 2 legs. I just record 1 and then to watch it again and do like make a second one. So in order to more quickly move through it, I made 1 front leg and 1 hind leg in advance. And then I just, showed the crocheting of the front and the back one, because 2 were made without pressure, without recording, they were looser. And then the other 2, because they were made while I was recording, were tighter. And so those 2 legs were actually shorter than the other 2. So I had to like stretch them out because like the stitch count was right. The row count was right. The height was just different because I was, I had more intensity as I'm like recording this for the program. So yes, they're not always perfect. And I wish I was more perfect, but I think that's what all of us think about life. So whatever. Let's see. Deborah asks, do you know when the next ornament patterns will come out? So the plan is to put them out in November, the beginning of November, so people have all of November and like the majority of December before Christmas actually hits. I haven't actually started on them, but that is the plan. So I hope that helps, Deborah. All right, Susan, that'd be great if you'll email me then. Rachel says, make 6 more deers and then you can make Santa's sleigh for Rachel. That would be fun. Oh, one half of my brain is like, that would be so cute. I should do that. The other half is like, we hate making patterns we've already done. I like making new things. I get bored kind of fast. So we'll see. It might just be these 2, but they'll be cute. They'll be cute. Let's see. Alessandra asked, do we email you through the website for testing? If you can email me, Valerie@oldsoulcrochetcompany.com. That would be best. I'm better at getting to that email versus the website email. So thank you, Alessandra. Sorry, I'm butchering your name a little bit. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Susan. She said, I wait up for these live chats because I love talking to you all. That is so sweet. Thank you for being here, Susan. Yeah, 1:30 is, wow, that's early in the morning. You have dedication that I do not have. I'm very impressed. Rachel says, I made a whip bin like you have since I have 8 current projects to work on. Oh, I totally get that. Cynthia asks, can you tell us the colors we will need for the ornaments in October so we have time to buy the right colors? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. In order for the ornaments to come out in November, I have to be actually making them in September so I can get them tested in October. So I will be telling you guys as I'm working on them in September, which is like so early. It feels so early to be like, I'm going to be working on Christmas in September. But yeah, I'll tell you guys the colors. I mean, I'm thinking, woodland animals. Let me pull up my list. Don't hold me to these because I don't know exactly which ones I am going to make, but I'm thinking fox, deer, wolf, moose, maybe owl, we'll see, rabbit, skunk, bear, hedgehog possibly, raccoon, along those lines. And so, so for a lot of those, we're going to be using like some taupe, gray for wolf, like pumpkin spice for the fox, black for the skunk, browns for the bear, like those are kind of the ideas. Let's see. Wow. All right. Good morning, Carmen. I hope you're well. Lisa says, I just finished an alpaca in the Bernat Big yarn, and he's about 35 inches tall. That is incredible. Yeah, when the Bernat Jumbo yarn, or they call it extra, Bernat Blanket Extra, it almost always takes a pattern and makes it like 3 times bigger. So that is incredible. That must have been really fun and also probably crazy to make. Excuse me. All right. Susan said, my husband made me finish all my projects. He got sick of looking at the half-finished animals and blankets, so I'm all caught up now. Way to go. Deborah says, Lisa, please post a picture of your 35-inch alpaca on the Old Soul Facebook. That would be amazing. We would love to see it, Lisa, if you wouldn't mind sharing. Yep, that would be great. So I actually just remembered that the last thing I have to talk about is not terribly exciting because it doesn't really look like anything yet. You know what I mean? But I started on the baby penguin last night. And I don't know why it is, but I like working from the bottom up on projects. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. And so this is what I have so far. I have this little teeny gray body, and I've got these flippers that I'm thinking will just like attach as we just like crochet them together. That way we don't have to do attaching at the end. So yeah, this is what I've got for the baby penguin. That will hopefully, geez, what even day is it? It's May, so the baby penguin should be coming out in July. If I get it made this month, tested next month, So that's where I am so far. It's not too crazy exciting. I think it still has kind of a cute start. I'm going with a slightly different body shape than some of my other baby patterns. I'm making it just a little bit fatter, and it's not going to taper quite as much. I want it to just kind of look cute and chunky. So that's that. Deborah asks, what size hook do I use for the jumbo yarn? I can pull it up here because it's just right at my feet in one of my project bins. I use this, it's a 15.75 or a Q size hook. I was going to say I'd compare that to my normal 8, but I don't have it right here with me. And so this is a boy, B-O-Y-E, hook, big plastic. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I still have some like of the jumbo yarn, and I think what I want to do is make a jumbo baby sheep. Not baby sheep. Oh, I could do a baby sheep. That would be fun. But a jumbo chubby sheep with it. Anyway. Good morning, Diana. Let's see. Good morning, Sandy. Tina says, another crochet channel I watched. I received one of your goat ornaments as a gift the other day. That's so cool. That makes me very happy. I love that when you make something, it can just go out into the world and, I don't know, do its own awesome, fun thing. So, yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys have any other questions or comments for me. Guess throw them out there pretty quick. I think I've about run out of things to talk about for this week. This coming next week is going to, a lot of it is going to be editing the crochet along for the Darcy deer, and then hopefully making some progress on this little penguin that doesn't look like much yet, but will hopefully be stinking cute. Yeah. And that's where we are. So let's see. I think we're doing good in the chat. So I am going to bow out for now, but thank you all for being here. Thanks for participating in our live chat and our vlog. I hope you guys are staying well, staying healthy, and take care, you guys. I'll see you next week.